Yo, we're back. We're back with with Hitless. Um, let's see. I think we'll just jump right into it. I also, so that's the thing. I don't have my little PNG floating glasses in the corner and whatnot. Because I'm also like I'm counting this as I'm doubling up. I'm doubling up a recording session and a stream. um this way I can have some like raw just gameplay footage of a run. Because I do want to make my hitless run into like an edited video. I'm going to be trying to do edited content soon. I'm gonna be trying doing edited content, and we will see how that goes. But for now, I like need I want some raw footage of the run because all of my other footage that I have either has like um the live split counter in the corner or my PNG or most of them both. So I wanted to do some raw footage. So that brings us to here. Since this is also practice, I don't think it's a big deal. But yeah, so we got some raw footage. Other than that, I'm pretty much just practicing hitless. So let's get to it. I don't really have to worry about any audio and stuff. I have my stuff split up into different tracks that in editing I can just delete the tracks, re-record audio, and if I need something specific, I can always go back in and record something specific. This is mostly just uh, to get raw footage. We of course got to get naked. Get naked. We sacrifice ourselves to the water, to the depths, and we're good. Why did I get rid of that? Oh, it's that I want to get rid of. I guess I don't really need to remove it from my bottom little bar. I come in here and I come down and I remove it. It's like, I don't need to do that because I place it here. That would just automatically remove it from my lower bar. Anywho, let's see if we can get. Let's see if we can get some hitless going. I kind of really wish that I had gotten it before Nightring came out, because now I'm here doing a bunch of practice.
I can also that you're not then wine. I am Carl.
I'm here doing a bunch of practice because I need to. No, like I'm out of practice. Well, like, ugh, because I don't know how long it'll take me to practice, and then how long it'll take me to finally get it done. Hopefully, it doesn't take me too long. And now that I'm not really doing Night Rain on Wednesdays for at least the next couple of weeks, just because there's no new Everdarks being released. Gives me more time to practice Hitless. So there's that. Because on Wednesday, this next Wednesday, I probably will just be doing more Hitless.
Have you heard? They
We're,
serve.
we're kind of coming back to
Turning
Hitless.
you need to the foot. Then it summon me. Ah, I bequeath you. It will summon torrent. Treat him with.
Cruising through just fine. Grab the golden seed. And grab some upgrade material. Then we gotta go get our first stone sword key. Don't look at me, giant. I just want to cruise past you. I'm gonna grab that. And we're just gonna piece off the cliff. Come right over here and grab War Master's Shack. We'll be back for you, Bernie. We're coming back for you. I see you over there. Before we do that, though, let's go get our golden bow. One, and two, and stabby-doo. Thank you for golden vow. Gotta grab those shrooms. Gotta grab those shrooms and those lilies.
Hello? Can you hear me? Help me. I'm stuck. Hello?
Oh god, what?
Hello?
Why is it?
Anyone?
Okay. There we go. Why is it doing that? I've never seen it do that.
I am pleased. My just give and I'll pop. Don't dally. Give it your all.
3 charges.
Ouch!
And then 1, 2, 3.
Wait. I see. I see it now. Humans
Make
all
sure to
lose their
stay
wits
on
away.
his backside, and he
Then
like
there's
just
nothing left to
won't
say,
attack you.
except, how could this
And there you go.
whole existence just a crock?
If you stay like directly on his backside, he just never swings. Grab those smithing twos. Grab some, or not smithing twos, 2 smithing ones. Come over here, purchased a couple more ones and a pot. And that's all the pots we get. We do get 2 more pots when we go into why am I spacing on the name? Stormvale. There you go. Trina's Lily. What am I doing? I'm like walking over to this other thing. This is why I need practice. I'm spacing out. Coming here for money. No, give me the money. Ugh. Hoopa, hoopa, whoop, hoopa. Jumping across the gap. I have actually fallen down that gap plenty of times. Oh my gosh. Can you just grab it? Why do you always have to, like, show up faded sometimes? Always sometimes. Jump. Jump. Wave to the giant as we pass. He doesn't notice us. Jump through the window. Grab the tier. And okay. Grab that and grab the grace. Hot day. Alright, we move that to the bottom. Honestly, move the things wherever you want to move them. This is just what I'm comfortable with. It's what I'm used to playing. On my first run through, let's be fair, you never use the Memory of Grace. On like a casual playthrough, you'll pretty much never use it. It's just like, it's a get me out of here for loss of runes. It's like, why would I want to lose my runes? I'll just try to walk out. Or whatever. Which then made me always stick it, like, I stuck it at the top of my thing. But then when you get into speedrunning, with, like, no hits or no deaths or other stuff, I don't really have any use for a Memory of Grace in this run, because most things are... Nope. Most things are pretty scripted. But normally, a setup of mine would... Whoop, it would look like this. That's my bag. It's where I put all of the stuff. And then my bottom has my health, and it has pretty much any other consumable that I am going to be using. I thought I wasn't going to make that for a second. Oh. Oh, is he... Okay. Oh, that was too close. The other guy didn't react and throw a pot, so I did like a little side swiggle, and it almost messed me up with the other dude on the pot. But that's okay. We're good. And there we go. First medallion obtained. Alright. Now we need to equip these. Grab that. And I think those are the only golden seeds we grab. 6 flasks is plenty. Bare bones, I'm pretty sure you can do 4 flasks. Meaning you don't have to upgrade once. 4 flasks. So no golden seeds, and I think 1 crystal tier. You might be able to do it no crystal tiers. Okay, make sure. Gotta make sure the little guy didn't aggro on me. Then I just gotta make sure I'm aiming in the right spot, which I always go for the base of that. Then I wait till he gets a little bit into view, like a little past that tile there, and then I chuck it. And then I immediately aim about there on the branch, just kind of like the upper portion of the branch, and I chuck it there. And the moment he jumps, he falls to his death. It's pretty much guaranteed. You just don't want to let him see you before he makes that jump to the top of the branch. And that's pretty much it. It's quite easy and takes 2 kunai. Grab a bunch of the cash here. Lightning. That lightning is environmental, so it doesn't count as a hit if I get hit by it. Because it's naturally occurring, it's not from an enemy. But still, it's like... it just feels wrong. Getting hit by that lightning feels more like a hit than stepping onto magma. Even though both are environmental and not quite counted as a hit. It's weird. At least that's how I feel. I don't think either should count as a hit. I do agree with that. But... Alright. We grab that Grace and we will teleport back to it. But before we go do Fort Faroth, we need a torch. A torch of beasts. We also need upgrade material. And this is where we get, like, the end bits. Down here, the one on the ground, is a smithing 9. You don't need any of the other stuff. You can get a rune arc there if you wanted to do God Freeze. So you are welcome to grab that if you are looking for a rune arc. I don't use a rune arc in this run, so... Nope. We smack this guy to make him go towards the cliff. Keep going. And we just give him a little tap off the cliff. And there's a smithing gate. Somber. Smithing gate. So we got a somber 8 and a somber 9. Now we gotta do the rest of our collection. Oh, take a little bit of a wide path to avoid that guy. Keep the bit of a wide path to avoid... There's a second one over there. Grab this grace, we will use it later.
Well, it's been an eight.
And then say what's up to this dude and purchase the beast horse. After that, we teleport back to Fort Faroth. Sherry equipped the torch. And crouch walk our way through here. I usually throw it about there. Aggro's all of these bum-bums. Then once she gets to the pillar, I go. And we can pretty much just straight line it. The reason why I say straight line it, because there's a hanging back there that aggros. But I have tried so many different ways. Sometimes the bat aggros, sometimes it doesn't. And I don't know why. I've tried, doing ways of walking behind it and other things, and just sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does, and I can't quite figure out why. Grab the 12 that's sitting right there. Beast Torch keeps the rats from attacking us. Then we go back into this corner. And we just give it a second, and we can teleport out. Technically, if you don't aggro the bat, you can teleport right off the bat.
Forgive me to determine if you had. It
But,
seems torrent, whereas
like I
I
said,
there is but one I can take gathering.
If anyone can tell me
Staring at my
what
hand.
it is, I don't know. I think it's that, the bat, its vision, it just kind of sways a little bit back and forth. And you have to, move when it's swayed one way and not swayed the other way. But I have no idea what the timing is. Running down the center has made him watch me. I know that one's not the timing. But then when I, go around and go behind him, sometimes the timing feels exactly the same. And one of them he aggros, the other one he doesn't. And it's I don't know. It's just... But even so, even crouch walking or crouch sprinting, you can easily just walk past him and he doesn't, ever hit you. So aggroing him is not a big deal. It's only a big deal because you can't teleport away super fast. But yeah. Alright. Back to our sword. Now we make our way to Liurnium, pass by the Wolfies. These are big doggos. Big puppers. We don't want to hurt them. And as long as we just keep moving, they don't want to hurt us. Lake Merchant, I'm coming for you. He is our next destination. Just cruise around the outpost. Because for some reason they don't see us. They have no guards posted on that right side whatsoever. So what's up?
No matter. Why don't? Oh, but don't.
Purchase our final 3 on that, and all of the smithing 2s he has. Cross to the right side of the road and make our way down. Kind of just running parallel to the road. Running down the road? That ends up aggroing like a lot of things. See, like, they're all watching the road. So we just cruise behind it. Then we got these guys who get summoned here the moment you get in range. But we just peace out before they can even do anything. Grab daggers, brace real quick. That's how we're gonna get to the other side. Okay, and we gotta come over to this pavilion. But we gotta do it right, because that flower likes to aggro us. Make sure to grab that, and then just bam. I believe there is a way to do it without getting that flower to aggro on you, but no matter. Grab the key. I did not grab the kunai. There's some kunai there, and his tail moved me out of the way. That's not great. I need those kunai, so I am just going to rest and go back. This is a little unconventional, not what's normally done. But I need those kunai. There we go. 6 kunai. Yeah, if I tried to just like grab the kunai after missing it when his tail pushed me away from it, he'll just do a tail swing and I could easily get hit. Keep a wide berth of those horse riders. And we can make our way up this way. This is probably unnecessary, but I mean, hey. Why not get a little bit of extra cash? It helps in the early game. Doesn't really mean anything in the late game, but it helps in the early game. So we just come by, grab our bow. The moment you can target the balloon is the moment that you can, you're within range to shoot an arrow. But yeah, we just gonna do that. And we make our way up here to EG. Grab his grace. Oop. And peace out back down to here. And now we go south. Can grab that little rune one. Doesn't do much, but hey. It can help. You never know. There's a shroom here. I always, like, pick up every single shroom that comes across our path, just because, hey, if you need to craft extra sleep pots down the line, you don't want to have to just stop everything and go find more shrooms, right? It's good to get a stock pot. Why not? Alright, we come down here, grab that. Grab those two smithing twos. Grab this guy as a safety net. Valve the Indomitable is just a good safety net. If there's something that, like, you're like, I don't know if I want to, like, I'm not good at dodging this move, use Valve the Indomitable. Gives a ton of iframes. Alright. We grab those lilies and then return to the bonfire we just got. Cruise on out of here to these sleeping lobsters over here. When you get to the blue flowers, jump off and crouch. You can sprint crouch. Just make sure not to let go of crouch. And then when you hit the blue flowers again, you can whistle. And that keeps you out of their hear range the entire time. Alright. We grab the shack. Then we go and we do a little bit of Raya's quest. We have all of our upgrade materials. We're doing good. There's also a shroom right here that we can just grab.
It's rather my mistress. I was a. Could I ask that thug only if
She asks us to go get the
Oh, to bless a
necklace,
thug
and
she
we
is.
say, hell yeah. And we can just teleport right back to the world. The prawn shacked. I almost said Shron Schwacked.
What are you looking trying to start? Show me, and I'll consider. I'm not in love with it.
You're a first.
Yeah, we just buy it because we got the monies, because who cares? We has the monies. And then we just run back to Raya. Bam.
Please stop, brave tarnished.
Don't
You
jump into
only
her, or
tire
you have
by
to listen to
striking
her
this
say
barrier.
this the entire time.
The thug, please. Oh,
Give her her
and you kind of
necklace.
forget.
She gives us an
see.
invitation.
You are very to study such, please. For most time, are you on a volcano?
And we peace out back to Round Table Hold. We do that to pretty much come here and upgrade this armament to the max, which is 6. After that, we head over to War Master's shack. You know how we said hi to Bernie? And we said we'll be back for you, you motherfucker? We don't worry about leveling up. We can upgrade our flasks. 2 there, 1 there. I allocate it to about 3-3. Call that good. Then we want to mix our wondrous physic. And then I'm actually curious. Normally I do you drink your flask. And then normally you do 1.
What's wrong with you?
And then I do a
Say it
second
twice.
one, but I think
Stop
a
this.
charged attack. Is this?
Suppose I have
Yeah,
no
that gets him in
choice
the
then.
Is this
aggro
what
heavy.
Grace would have of us?
Ooh. Don't screw me over targeting that way.
You are an enigma.
But yeah, you can just roll
Be
back,
certain.
wait for him to do a hit,
The
and then just do
volcano
your
manor
unch.
awaits you.
And we get that. After that. We want to kill him before getting to Volcano Map. But then once we kill him, and we need like the upgraded sword. The upgraded sword just makes it so much easier. Like, come on. Then with the new key we got, we can just pop through. We don't even care about the academy key. We care about getting here to the highway. Now you could also just teleport over to EG and you can run past, but then you have to run past the arrows that launch from Carrion Manor. And you know, that's just a risk of getting hit. You don't need to go past the arrows, why bother? It is faster, so if you're looking for, like, speed run, use that instead. Given I'm pretty sure if you're using speed run, you don't even, you don't do a Serpent Hunter. I believe there's a faster path that doesn't even use Serpent Hunter. That is faster for, like, hitless speed run. So. Anyway, we just literally run past everything. do a little mountain goat climbing, and just run straight to the elevator. I jumped off torrent pretty early there. Get our way through the elevator, and then you will notice, because we did Raya's quest earlier and got the invitation, she's right there. We come over here and grab the Grace. Come over here and grab the Grace, and then we come back. Because we will need to teleport back over here.
I knew you. I hereby take my hand. I will pray.
Talk to her, take her hand. And we wake up right here in Volcano Manor. Make sure to pull out your torch. We're gonna need that now.
Rias, a warrior, perhaps. Will you join? Why accept? Rise with us.
Join the Volcano Manor. She gives you the key. Moment we get that key, you can come open up this door. Again, make sure you have your beast torch out. Otherwise, this guy will attack you. But if we have the beast torch out, he doesn't. Keep to the right as to not aggro that thing. And we're good. After this, it's time to go on our shopping spree. So we queue up opening the door, and then while in the animation, because it finishes, we come back here. And this is where we go on our shopping spree. We come over here, we offer the ball bearing, we purchase Assassin's Gambit. Come over here, we purchase the dagger, the rapier, and these fingers. We equipped the rapier, the dagger, and instead of the bow, we equipped the fingers, because we don't need the bow for now.
Well, I took you.
Come over, and now we sell everything that we don't need, including all of Bernie's armor, all of our extra stuff. We could sell the beast repellent torch, we don't need it anymore. All of our runes, sure the Ash of War, sure some random materials that we picked up, all of it gone. Then we use him to apply Golden Vow to the dagger, Assassin's Gambit to the rapier, and Indomitable to the sheep. Now, we go back to the isolated merchant over here in Caelid. Why? Because we're going to go grab one more power. Pretty simple. I pop a little bit of Assassin's Gambit right there, just so that these dogs don't really see me. It just makes it a little bit easier, just in case. I don't want them chasing after me while I'm trying to run. Jump off, make our way down here. Because if we come over by this tree, it is the one area where the gap is short enough to cross. And we can go to Caelid. Quickest way to Caelid. Why do we need to go to Caelid, you might ask? Well, we need to go to this castle, this fort. Now, of course, as you can see, there's a bird right there, and there's some dogs over here. To avoid them, pretty much just go to this wall, and we just ride parallel across it, and that just avoids all of this unnecessary dog and bird stuff that you'd normally be running into. Then, at the end of the wall, we pop an Assassin's Gambit, and that allows us to literally just ride right in front of all of these people, and not a single one notices. You will notice not a single one aggroes, because my stamina never goes down, and I'm constantly spamming Torrent's Sprint. I have not entered combat, nothing is aggro. Come over here, pop it again just in case. Kill this guy. That noise also makes that move. We can just kind of come down here, grab this, and immediately teleport back to prison time. Because we're not in combat. That's why we reset Assassin's Gambit. Now, while in here, we need to do a quick run to get to the boss. Easiest way to do that, you just fall down over here. We have to make this jump to grab a second stone sword key, because we need two of them. After that, make sure you are on your health, and pretty much we'll be crossing this. 1, 2, 3, drink. 1, 2, 3, 4, drink. One more. And we're good. Reset your Assassin's Gambit. Not necessarily because of these sniffles. They don't really matter. But because when you get up here, we grab R6, that guy. If you don't have Assassin's Gambit on, that guy will stand up and start throwing pots at you. And if you're not paying attention, you get fucking hit. Then there's also this guy. We make sure he's over there on the left, and we can pretty much just sprint past. Assassin's Gambit also lasts perfectly for those two. Next up, come over here to the right at the top of the elevator. We grab the 5. Then, just to be safe, I'ma pop an Assassin's Gambit. And I'ma chuck at that little stone pillar. That makes him look over there. You know, just so that he doesn't see me. Because he will chase you all the way over to this. And though it's pretty easy to just continuously outrun him, we can just teleport, because we're not in combat. And now we're ready for the first boss. So now that we're ready for the first boss, first thing we gotta do, we'll upgrade that. We gotta level up. We have to make sure we get 15 faith, because we want to cast Flame Grant Me Strength, and then the rest just goes into strength. With the amount of runes and everything that we grab, we usually hit a 1527 with exactly 400 runes. This is why we grab, like, all this, this is why, like, I popped the balloons and stuff, because you could end up with level 26, 25, or 24, depending on how many runes you grab. Then we need to make sure we have Flame Grant Me Strength equipped. Then we need to craft our sleeping pods. And make sure to equip your sleeping pods. You want to go into the boss fight forgetting to equip them and be like, oh shit. And this is our basic setup. We're pretty much done with 99% of the setup. The only thing left is to kill Noble and get our Serpent Hunter, which we will use for the rest of the game. Now, for Noble, the reason why I like this setup is because you can two-cycle him. By two-cycling, I mean you take him to second phase with one pot, and then you take him to, and then you kill him off of a second pot. Quite simple, quite easy. And here's how you do it. So, current stats, current level. We make sure we drink, Golden Vow, Flame Grant Me Strength, drink our blue, swap in two-hand, come to about right here, and chuck at the floor. When he's asleep, 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3, stab him, immediately throw a pot and roll away, drink your blue, he sleeps, we do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, get in a spicy one, and then a stab, he gets the bleed off, and pop him for the last one. Easy peasy. Technically, I even messed up there. You're supposed to do 1, 2, 3. Three are ones. 3 L2s, which is the unsheath, and then when his stance gets broken, you're supposed to do a single auto and then take the riposte. Take the critical. Sometimes, if you're not standing in the right position, or you're just not doing it right, you end up taking the critical way faster than you should. So, I was literally one auto short. But you'll see at the very end, after he woke up the second phase... oh yeah, I almost forgot. Switch back to your kukri. You don't need the pots anymore. Why? Because the kukri... That was a little too close to my feet. Oh, he still didn't notice me. Let's go. But yeah, you'll notice that I did have to hit him once right after he got up from the second crit. Normally, you don't have to do that. Oh, I did not reset. I did not reset my thing there. If I had gotten that extra auto, then I wouldn't have had to do that, and he dies off of the second crit. Give ourselves a little bit of an Assassin's Gambit. And we can sneak right past this guy. And this is why we needed 2 Stone Sword keys. The one we got at the very beginning, and the one we got by making that jump. Why do we need to come this way? Well, first, stealth. Walk on the cages. Don't worry about sprinting. You can literally just walk off. Stealth, because that is a mage who will try to shoot you if you're not stealth. You get to the bottom, reset your stealth. That way, this doesn't see you, and you can chuck a kunai, a kukri over there, and you can just grab that and teleport away. And that's our 7. Now, we need to go get our weapon. We have all of our upgrade material. We need to go get our weapon. So let's go do that. Get our stealth going. We're gonna throw... Didn't mean to do that. I threw that in the wrong direction. But hey, it still worked. He didn't aggro. Usually you throw it against the wall. So he looks away and you just run behind him. Alright. Reset stealth here. You see why I needed to go back and get those kukris from the dragon? Kinda... Chuck a kukri at that wall. It makes them look over in that direction, so you can just kind of run behind the throne and around, and they do not aggro on you. And you get to right guard. Grab the Grace. That way we can teleport back here. We don't have to run through all of that again. And there's our weapon. Now with the weapon in hand, we return to EG. Now you probably noticed that we only ever picked up a 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 Sombers.
Well, I presume.
That's because
I
Ichi,
am an old
our good friend
perhaps
here,
you.
sells 1, 2, 3, and 4 Sombers. And with that, oh yeah, we say goodbye to the Uchi, hello to the Serpent Hunter,
Something.
oh, and we can strengthen the Serpent Hunter all the way to a plus. And we get the plus 10 at the literal end of the game. Now, we pop that 112 that we got. We level up, shoving everything into strength. And we're good. This is the setup. We're keeping the skills. We will swap it to the X Talisman after Rykard, but for Rykard, we are not using charged attacks. We will be using skills, which is your L2. So if you hear me say L2, that's the weapon, the skill. And we will be using that for Rykard on this. We also used it for Unsheath on the Noble, which is why we were running it for Noble. It is necessary if you want a 2-cycle Noble. Necessary. Alright, so this is our setup. We pretty much have our 2 buffs, our weapon, and he has a move in his first phase where he sticks his head in the ground and he erupts, like does like a volcanic eruption on the ground. The hitbox for that attack lingers so long that even if you perfect roll it, you will drop iframes before the hitbox goes away, and you will get hit by it. For that move, and pretty much that move only, this is why we have Vow of the Indomitable. If he uses that move, longer iframes. We just and we are good. That is the only reason for the entire run why we grab Vow of the Indomitable. So, with all that said, I think we're ready to go. I usually like to sit right here next to this, a little behind this skull pile. And we, of course, cycle up. Now, I will lead you through because I pretty much have all of the moves set. It's pretty much going to be a couple moves, a couple, like, scripted moves. Then I'm just going to be playing it safe, waiting for him to attack, and then just getting in, some pokes wherever, like, right after attack, or when he's, like, resetting his animation, or whatever. It'll be real simple. So, we start with our buffs. You always go the longest lasting buff to the shortest lasting buff. In this case, the buff order: Drink, Vow, Flame, Drink our blue, reset, two-hand, sprint up, charged R2, immediate into skill L2, gives him a micro stun, pull out the shield, do a shield poke, wait for him, do another shield poke, dodge horribly and fail. I dodged backwards when I should have dodged forwards and to the right. That one's just on me. Luckily, at least for this guy, pretty easy. Because he gives you the exact same opener every time. Sprint up. Oop. Charge R2. I don't know what happened there. Why did I do like a weird... How did I even do that weird side swap? How did I do that weird side swipe? Because that's a poke. What? I did not do a tap R2. I did a charged R2. And then I went into the L2. That... Okay. Okay. Emphasis on needing a new controller. I've said it a couple of times. I literally didn't even roll there. Dude. I let go of B to stop sprinting. God. Okay. Well. Buff. Drink our blue. Swap. Two-hand sprint. Charge R2. L2. Into L2. Charge L2 into charge L2. Pull out the shield. Give a little bit of poke. Back up. Give a little bit of poke. Back up. Give a little bit of poke. Back up. Give a little bit of poke. Wait for the attack. Roll the attack. Give a little bit of poke. And swap. Reset your Flame Granny strength. Remember to drink your blue. Swap back to your shield. And two-hit. Run up a little bit. Push L2. Charged L2. Into a second charged L2. Walk up a little bit. Give him a little bit of a poke. Wait for him to do a move. Dodge the move. Give him a little bit of a poke. Okay, he's standing up. I can get a couple more pokes in. him a poke, give him a poke, he goes down, give him 3 pokes as he goes down, then 2-hand, and start your L2. 1 L2, 2 L2, and last but not least, a little bit of a poke. Easy peasy. He does have other moves, he can use a couple other things. It's pretty much just take your time, poke where the openings are, don't just spam it, give him like a single poke, maybe a double poke, pretty much never a triple poke, wait for him to do an attack, and you kind of learn which attacks give you certain openings, and you can just continue to just give him a little bit of pokes. As long as you keep up a bit of the aggression, he can't reset his stance damage, and when he gets to about half health, he will stagger. About his half health mark, he will stagger. Once he staggers, he is vulnerable to the micro staggers of the charged L2 attack. So you hit him with the second charged L2, and then like 2 more pokes and he's gone. But yeah, that's Rykard. Now we're coming over here to get a specific item. Of course, we will be invaded. All we do is just run away. And watch what happens to the invasion. Oop, he's gone. Alright, with this also done, we do not need this. We should swap this to the charged attacks, because that's what we will be using for now. And I personally like to swap these. I like to have my main weapon and I like to have my buffs in my right hand and my main weapon in my left. We'll be two-handing for the most part, but... Whoops. Give a little sneak past these guys. Now, because we've already done Volcano Manor, guess what? Patches is gone, and we get his stuff. Easy peasy. Why do we want Patches' stuff? Well... because in his shop, he sells the shekel. Oh yeah. We have picked up a little bit. Because we've picked up a little bit, we can come over here.
Now, those of a challenge find them well.
And we can give a little bit of sell. We can sell all the patches and stuff. We can sell the Remembrance, and we can sell that Godskin Stitcher. Pretty much our boss rewards. And we're ready to go fight Morgoth. Now, what do? Well, we take all of our runes, and we pump that strength up to the max. Then instead, we make sure we get Margaret's Shack. So with the charged, we'll show you a little bit of what we got going on. I come up the left side as to not aggro like anything. There is like a dude in a bush that we aggro, but that's pretty much it. Alright, now let me show you what's up here. Easy peasy. We stop right before this little log. Because right as you like get to that log is when the cutscene happens. So with that, we give a little bit of a buff. We give a little bit of a buff. We give a little bit of a buff. drink just in case. We two-hand, make sure we're on Margit Shekel. And immediately we say, get down, Margit. And then we just give him a single charged R2 and a second charged R2. This is why we get this, and this is why we pump everything into strength. Literally 2 charged R2s and he's gone.
Smoldering
With the new talisman pouch, I do Radigan Source.
in fear of the night. The hands of the fell omen shall.
Just for that extra 5 levels, a little bit of strength.
Breach the...
We say, no,
Well,
I'll use the
of course.
gay, and we get our favorite voice line in the game. The gay. Oh, rest here so we can get our mixed physic back. And then we just pop some stealth, and we're good to go. That's right, the ballistas don't see us as long as we hug this wall. One will see us and shoot right there, but as long as you continue sprinting, it won't hit you. And then nothing ever shoots you again. And you can literally just go behind everything. We get to the stairs. What we want to do here is we do want to equip our bow again, because we need it. We are going to use the weapon art of the bow, Mighty Shot. And we're going to give it a headshot. We're going to do the same for this guy over here. We're going to give him a headshot with a Mighty Shot. Then we're going to jump our little butts up this cliff. Look at those cheeks shake. We're going to do the same to this guy. Make sure not to go too far, or you will be able to. You will be in his range and he will shoot at you. But same thing. Mighty Shot, headshot. After that, we're good. Come back down. Reset our stealth. Go to the right wall. And this guy will shoot it at the right wall. And we can just walk under him. And then we're pretty much good. There's some kunai there if you want to grab it. I always like having some spare kunai. As you can see, pretty much nobody aggroes or chases us the entire time. Except for that one guy. And we're golden. Easy peasy. Now, we won't need the bow till pretty much the end of the game. Real quick here, we're gonna do an Assassin's Gambit. I'm gonna walk past all of these guys. We're gonna get 2 cracked pots without them even noticing. And then we're gonna peace out. There's some more kunai right here, if you would like some. At this point, we're not going to really have any scripted uses. They can just be, like, some minor uses. Okay. We can rest here. Get all of our shit back. Make sure we're max health and max mana, more importantly. And then Gondrick. There's no real script for Gondrick. But if you know his moveset, you just get in a couple of hits, and then his second phase is completely scripted. So, we do our usual. We drink. We buff. And we buff. I'm not even going to bother drinking a blue because we don't need to use any weapon arts and we won't rebuff. Sprint towards the man. What opener does he do? He does this one. We just give him a little roll and a tap. If he does this move, I was blocked by the things. If he does this, you just do that. I was blocked by the thing. But otherwise, if he does that move, you really just run away from him. Look at his life. And the second phase, just sprint to right here. His move doesn't hit you, and you just get to smack him. Nope.
I am the Lord of all that is golden. And
It would have been perfect if the weapons right here didn't fucking block me to get me away. There were weapons like right here that when I tried running away, I was just running into them. And I didn't distance myself in time. So, maybe be a little bit more mindful than I was right there. But yeah, no. Super easy boss. The only move you need to watch out for is his whirlwind move. That can nick you, and it will nick you frame 1. So always make sure that if he's reset his animation to queue up another move, make sure you have that right amount of distance that if he starts to raise his axe, you can immediately get out of his distance so you don't get hit frame 1 from the whirlwinds. It's awful. Anyway, then we come up here to Atlas Plateau. The grace we got before we talked to Raya. Same equipment, same nothing. We're just gonna cruise over here because there is a talisman we want to get. And it will be pretty much the last talisman of our set. Come down here. And we can pretty much do the same thing. Give it a good buff. Give it a good buff. Give it a good buff. Two-hand. And Gillica. What do we do with Gillica? We walk up, charged R2, charged R2. Really easy, really simple. And what does it give us? It gives us the Ritual Sword Talisman. And now that we've picked up the Ritual Sword Talisman, there's like nothing else we ever use. That is like the technical last thing of our entire build for the rest of the game. Very simple. For this next part, I will switch out Radagon Sword Seal with the Talisman because the extra 5 levels in Strength do give me extra damage, but not as much as the Ritual Sword giving me just a flat... I believe it's 10%? It might be 15, but I'm pretty sure it's 10. But that extra 10% damage is more than the 5 levels. I'm pretty sure. Because, well, we can check it. Two-handing brings our current AR, you can look over there, attack power, of L1 662. 662 at max HP. If we swap out to this one, we lose the 10%, but we go from 46 to 51. We gain 5 levels in strength. We do also gain 5 levels in dex, but the scaling for the Serpent Hunter in dex, that's like an extra 2 damage. If we swap that out, then we go back and look. 625. Big difference. 625 versus 662. Now, technically, after we beat Margit, we could come up here, grab this, and use it, use Ritual Sword Talisman against Godric. But Godric's just so easy. It's like, yeah. Like, I think it saves us, like, an extra R1 of damage, maybe even 2 R1s of damage. Other than that, though, I mean, you really only need to get Godric into second phase. And with, like, 3 R1 hits, you can get him into second phase. So, I don't worry about grabbing it until after Godric. But if you want it for Godric, by all means, grab it before Godric. Gillica is super easy. You can kill Gillica in still like 2 charged R2s. Even prior to Godric. Anyway. After grabbing the talisman, as you can see, we are just running through Atlas. This is probably the longest running, or the second longest running section. Not including setup, because we're actually doing stuff in setup. We're grabbing items and grabbing runes. This is just running. And the number 1 long running section is just up to Fire Giant. A little ridiculous. But hey. It's Fire Giant. We go from the capital all the way to the top of the mountain. It's a long run of doing nothing but just sprinting on torrents. But right now, we gotta go do DTS. Now that we have killed, as you can see, B pathing, we have killed, Godric, and we have killed Rykard. Those are our 2 great rooms that we have to acquire to get into the capital. We literally do, like, the bare minimum to complete the game. And by the way, we take that way to dodge all of that, so they don't do anything. Alright, we say hello DTS, but we come over here, and we're gonna do a little bit of a step. That allows us to pretty much run back behind. We're gonna heal, because we want Ritual Sword. And then we're gonna do our regular buffs. So, drink, bow, strength. Then we pretty much just walk up, and we give it a charged R2 into a charged R2. He dodges, we give a charged R2 into a charged R2. GG. We can also pop Godric's Great Rune for just more souls. And I use this grace to level up. Why do I use this grace particularly to level up? Well, because if you use a grace within the capital, we put it all in strength, by the way. That's pretty much what we're going to be doing for the entire thing. Every level just goes straight to strength. The reason why I don't do leveling up at any of the graces within the capital is because if you do, Melina, there's a dialogue option. And yes, we are in a speed run. We can take our time, but if I don't have to talk to Melina, why? Like, why bother with it? We will grab this grace, because we will be teleporting back to it after we finish Lindell Capital. But then other than that, we're just going to pretty much stealth our way through the capital. jump here, and run off the edge. And bada bing, bada boom. Literally just jump from rooftop to rooftop. Now, normally you just walk down this path, but then you fight an Erdtree avatar that appears down there. We don't want to fight stuff. Unless we have to fight it, we don't fight it. This is hitless. That's unnecessary risk. We come down here. And we go rooftop jumping again. Why? Because if we come down here, over here, this little thing right here, we can jump on and jump up. And look at that. We just got around the Erdtree avatar. Reset our stealth here to get past these Lindell Knights. Free runes. Grab that right there. And jumping up the dragon. Easy way to just dodge everything. Look at that. Easy peasy. No issues whatsoever. Get up to these stairs. Another Assassin's Gambit. So this knight doesn't see us. Stay to the right, because regardless, that guy right there will always see us, and he will always do that move. Regardless of what you do, he will always do that move. But if you stay to the right, he literally just misses you. And you can pick up the Rune 11 as you pass by. Yeah. We pretty much just run through Lindell Capital. Every now and then resetting our stealth to just make sure we don't aggro any guys that we don't need to aggro. What's the point? And bam, we get up to Goldfree. Now, Goldfree doesn't really have a script, but he is just kind of, like, easy. All we really gotta do is, of course, heal to make sure we get our talisman. Gotta be at full HP. Do our regular buffs. I do drink a blue, just in case. It's not necessary, but just in case. But then we pretty much just fight Goldfree normally. We can just give some rolling R1s, jumping R1s whenever he does that move. If he does that move, we can get a charge of 2 off. Jumping R1. Rolling R1. Jumping R1. And rolling R1. Really, really simple. And he gives us our third and final talisman pouch. Which then means we can re-equip Radagon Sourcing for an extra 5 rounds. And that's it. Now this section, I do an Assassin's Gambit just in case. Because, for whatever reason, sometimes I've had this mess up. But, for this assassin, you can literally just crouch sprint into this wall as he stands up, and you can just go right behind him. And she doesn't see you at Then we can pop the runes that we got. The 11 and 9 that we picked up on our way here. And what do we level up? Yeah, that's right. All just strength. We don't need anything else. You'll also probably notice that I never took Margit Shackle off of our bar. Why? Because we're about to use it again. Watch this shit. Come up here. Drink. Buff. Buff. The 3 buffs we normally do. 2 hands. Watch this shit. Watch this shit. Immediately. Shackle. Charged R2. Charged R2. He will cue this move up. Jumping R2 staggers him. We get the crit. And immediately charged R2. That's the fight. That is why we grab Margit Chakra. Both times for Margit and for Morgott, it makes the boss fight trivial. You literally don't have to worry about anything. Except for this. If you kill him too fast, his dead body falls on the Grace, and then you have to take the extra time to click the arrow, boop, so you can touch the Grace instead. It's a small inconvenience, but it's an inconvenience, and I don't like inconveniences.
Hello again. Allow me to prevented the thorns. A husk, the only way, and become my purpose. So I'd like to the flame then and guide you.
Moment she gives you this, you accept it. You can immediately pull up the map, and we can just teleport over to East Rampart. Kind of do the same thing in this little section. You just give a little bit of a run around. Jump down. Jump down. And just like that, we're back down here. And we're peacing out. Swap that back to my kukri, because we do not need it anymore. And we're good to go. Using a little bit of gambit to just get around all these beasts. Don't want to take any aggro from the Misbegotten. Can pop that while we're waiting. You don't have to do this next part, but I like to, because why not? Throw Kukri against that wall, so this guy stands up and you can go behind him. Otherwise, you have to walk in front of him, and because you're just so close, even with Gambit on, he still aggroes. Gambit doesn't turn you invisible, it just makes you harder to see. If you walk in front of somebody, they're still gonna see. That way I can sprint across this bridge, because we can't use Torrent for whatever reason on this bridge. But we can sprint across the bridge without our stamina draining to 0, because they're just chasing us the entire time. Do you get hit? No. Like, you can easily run past them, take the aggro, and they'll never catch up to you to hit you. It doesn't matter. I just don't want my stamina depleted. Oh yeah, something to always check when you get here. Check to make sure it's not night. Says it's evening. Why do we check to make sure it's not night? Because if it's night, a Knight's Cavalry spawns right... spawns right here. Right in this little area, right before the jump over to this tree. I would rather not fight a Knight's Cav the moment we get over here. Even though, well, we don't fight him. We run past him. But I don't want him there, you know, in case he hits me. That's just... And if it is night by the time you get here, because as you can see, it's evening, which means if you just, like, stand around for just a little bit too long... Where am I going? If you stand around for just a little bit too long in a couple of places, it does end up, like, getting to night. And we just run past the Black Blade Kindred. And take the lift up. This is what I mean by this is the longest running section. We just ran through the Forbidden Lands, and now we have to run through all of the Mountaintop of Giants. But yeah, it's nice to just not run into that Knight's Calf and have to deal with dodging it, or him accidentally hitting you. We don't want to go by that bird, and then this bird we can dodge by just jumping up right there. And you don't aggro either of those birds. Here, a little bit of tech. This fat guy can throw fireballs at you when you're running across the bridge. Like, if you just run past him, he will aggro. Oh, look, he kinda did. I'm losing stamina. Okay, I'm not losing stamina anymore. He de-aggroed. That's good. But if you do what I did just there, which I just swung my sword right behind him, made him turn around, makes it so he doesn't have time to even get the animation off to throw a fireball at us. And for this golem guy, you don't have to stop. You can keep sprinting forward. Just take that little low path right there, and he will aim down enough that he shoots it into the ground right in front of you. That way you don't have to worry about, like, trying to dodge that dude's arrow. You can also just sit in that underground area till after he shoots his first shot, and then sprint out. That also works. But it's a lot of these just, like, small little just, like, tips and tricks that make it so you just aggro less things, which then in turn means there's less risk for you to get hit, which then makes your runs just go by easier. Just these small little things. Might be a little difficult to remember all of them, but like once you start like just going through the motions, you get it down. Yeah, I'm gonna grab this grace. Normally I skip this grace because it is kind of a pointless grace. Because we don't use it at all. I'm grabbing it because this is practice as a safety grace. Go behind this guy. He will not aggro on you. And then the next thing, you have to deal with those two skeleton archers right there. Notice they've now started to shoot again. Even with Gambit, they will still shoot at me. But if I do it just right, see, they shoot past, and then you sprint far enough across this, they can't reach you. Then here, you just jump up here and over here, and you're good. And using that invisible bridge path with that little, like, hop around the tower, you dodge, why am I spacing on his name? Bolus? It's not Bolus. Is it Borealis? You dodge the ice dragon over there. I don't know why I've forgotten his name. But you dodge the ice dragon over there, so you don't have to worry about him hitting you. You dodge some dogs that sit at the path over there. You have to deal with those two skeletons, but I would rather deal with those two skeletons, because as long as you just keep moving forward, their shots will always lag behind you. Much easier to just keep running and not get shot by those arrows than have to deal with a dog chasing you, or Boris, I think it is Borealis. Borealis, like, screaming his ice breath around and stomping and trying to hit you with everything he has. But other than that, it's, as you saw from the get-go, this is just a run past everything. Just using every little trick to just run past everything. You go behind the hand, because the hand turns to the right. Doesn't notice us at all. And finally, we get to the mountaintop. Sit here. Level up, of course, all in strength. Make sure we're set. We got all of that. That's what I did wrong. I accidentally did that. Well, this is why you check. Make sure you're always just fully kitted out and equipped. Alright. Fire Giant. Here's how we do it. We'll do our normal buff cycle, and then we're gonna go, the script is that we stagger him. We do his scripted stagger by hitting his ankle brace, but then we do a normal stance stagger before he rolls away from us. So we have to hit his ankle brace and stagger him before he runs away from us. In order to do that, we need to get off 4 charged R2s and 1 R1. How do we do that? Well, we can get 2 charged R2s off during the animation of him grabbing his ankle when we break the ankle brace. We can then get... I'll tell you what, rather than just explain it, we'll go through it. So, we get here, make sure we're topped off in health so we get that buff. Then, we do our normal stuff. Our triple buff by drinking, vowing, and flaming. We will need to reset these buffs, so we make sure to grab blue. And we fight. If he does this move, get off your horse using those iframes. Good move. We give him a little tap R1, and then a charged R1 to break the ankle. Or not. It's okay, his ankle isn't broken, so it's fine. Okay. Charged R2 to break the ankle. While there, we can get 2 more charged R2s off, or not. You know what? One of the rare instances where I'm just gonna Memory of Grace. It was just a bad opener. Better to Memory of Grace and reset the fight. Rather than get hit and lose the round. Now, yes, this is practice. I have already been hit, so this wouldn't be a hitless. But it's good to, again, practice your opener. To make it easier on myself, I am going to unequip the rapier. Grab a quick drink real quick. I'm gonna unequip the rapier, so that way it's just easier to swap between these two. Super easy. But let's try that again. Okay. So we are going to drink, buff, buff, drink. Okay, we want to start with an R1 on his foot, because we need an R1 and some charged R2s. So we start with the R1 on his foot, immediately breaking the ankle, getting 2 charged R2s off for the stagger. The stagger lets us get 1, 2. We're gonna, while he's rolling away, reset our golden vow. You can see he's just about to hit second phase. We can come here and get a charge. What move did he do there? I wasn't quick enough. Wow, explaining it while I'm doing it makes me so much slower. Okay, but okay. So you catch my mean. I also said wrong. I said you needed 4 charged R2s. No, you need 2 charged R2s and an R1. 3 including the bracelet. So let's do this real quick. I will try to go as fast as possible so I actually do it properly. He does his opener, I frame it, get close, he does a second attack, we use that second attack to get off an R1, immediate into an R2, break the anklet, reposition, get off 2 more charged R2s on the ankle to get that damage. 2 more charged R2s again. Oh! Whoops. Reset golden vow. 1, 2, 3. I stepped too close. I got too much damage. I've never had too much damage. I've never sent him into second phase too early. Whoops. I have never sent him into second phase that fast. Okay, let's try that again. This time I'll make sure to watch the health. Do our buffs. Consume our blue. Because there are 2 windows, because we want to reset both buffs. Okay, that move. R1 on the foot. Break the ankle. 1, 2. 1, 2. There it is. Get the buff. I had to hit his heel, which does a little bit less damage. And that's what it is. Wait for him to stand up. And smack him. That did not get him into second phase. Okay. Get this buff. 2-hand. 1 smack. 2 smack. Do a charged R2 here. Crouch for the immediate animation reset. And then if he lives, give him just a good smack on the leg. That's how it's supposed to go. That is how it's supposed to go. Man, if I explain it, I end up taking way too long and I miss like the windows. Because you gotta be a little bit quick. Give him 1 R1, break his ankle with a charged R2. While he's in the ankle animation, give him 2 more charged R2s, and it will break his stance. While he's in the... while he's stance broken, give him 2 more charged R2s. However, make sure that one of them hits the heel or the foot, and not the ankle, so it does less damage. Because if the 2 charged R2s while he's stance broken hit the ankle, it does enough damage to send him in